Should Verizon Wireless be worried? Yes. Now I could probably start this video in a number of different ways. I could talk about the lack of growth that Verizon is seeing on the wireless side. I could probably talk about the cost cutting that Verizon has been doing in terms of internal structure within the business. But I'm not going to do that actually. I'm going to stick to wireless side, and I'm going to talk specifically about upgrades. Fewer and fewer of Verizon's customers are upgrading their devices. They're just not getting new phones at the rate they used to. This rate is really important and indicative as to the wireless growth for a company like Verizon. The number of upgrades is at an all-time low for Verizon, and it's not just Verizon, it's also AT&T. So not only is this involved the US's #1 wireless carrier, but also the #1 and #2 wireless carrier. Customers just don't seem as interested in buying the latest and greatest from their carrier, be it Verizon or AT&T. So think about Apple with the iPhone, think about Samsung with the Galaxy devices. Here's a pretty heavy stat. Verizon's number of activations is down a full 5%. These are just all activations with the company, and this is year over year. In Q4 of 2018, Verizon had a customer upgrade activations that was at about 5%. In Q1 of 2019, it decreased to 4.4%, which may not seem like a lot, but let me explain. Here are the numbers that you need to know. In 2014, Verizon had a customer upgrade of devices rate of 6.5%. In 2015, also 6.5%, so no change. In 2016, it was 5.8%, so there you see a dip. 2017, it was at 5.2%. 2018 at 5.0%, and thus far in 2019, we're at 4.4%. That is a very steady and consistent decline over time. And of course, I didn't want to leave AT&T out of this. Their customer upgrade percentage is down to 3.5%, which is almost a full percentage below Verizon's. This is not new. Verizon's been watching this happen, and it's interesting to see their approach. Instead of becoming more competitive on the wireless side, trying to get customers to buy more, they've just tried to trim the fat. Now they have tried to compete, but they don't seem to be able to for whatever reason. The percentage keeps dropping and people are not upgrading. So trimming the fat is what they're doing, and what I mean by trimming the fat, early retirement settlements, trying to buy out their more experienced employees and things of that nature. Basically streamlining their expenditure on employees. Not to mention that Verizon has also closed a number of call centers and outsourced a lot of their customer care to other countries outside of the US. This is clearly the last thing that the US citizens want to see and hear. They don't want to see jobs being outsourced to other countries. They don't want to see, call centers being closed and employees losing their jobs. And in a recent video, I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago, Verizon actually increased in-store activation fees from $30 to $40 while trying to decrease the activation fees online from $30 to $20. Somehow trying to make it off like they were trying to save customers money, when in actuality they're just trying to decrease their bottom line or increase their bottom line, decrease their overhead. Well, if you're watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, what does this mean for Verizon in the long term? Is this all doom and gloom? Is Verizon all of a sudden going to fall? Not exactly. Verizon obviously can kind of hedge these trends, and they've got some answers to these questions. One thing we know that's going to be a saving grace for Verizon and AT&T is going to be 5G. They're all in on making sure that they build out a very full, robust, and premium 5G network. And what they're going to do is they're going to go with tiered options. They're going to go with high premium pricing to increase their profitability and make sure that their service margins are very high. Of course, you can't have 5G without 5G hardware. Customers are going to have to eventually get out of their legacy tech and buy some new devices that can connect to 5G. And that opens up some revenue streams, selling Samsung Galaxy 5G phones and iPhones that are 5G, as well as other devices that are all connected to 5G. They need special hardware, they need special modems, they need special antenna. You're going to have to get out of that old tech, so customers are going to have to buy. Verizon already has an exclusivity right to the Samsung Galaxy S10 5G, so they're the only ones selling it currently. You can pre-order now, and it's available here in just about a week or two. And of course, having that exclusivity does mean that if you want a 5G phone, you're stuck buying it through Verizon. And keep in mind, they're also going to be selling the service as a $10 add-on for now. And of course, with reliability and connectivity, that could always increase. We just don't know. We don't have any word on that just yet. We are expecting more 5G devices from Verizon this year. We're probably going to get something in the form of a Samsung Galaxy Note 10. I'm hearing a couple of variants will be 5G enabled. And also there's going to be an LG or two that are also going to be 5G equipped. And of course, these phones are not coming in cheap. They're coming in over $1,000, well over $1,000. Think $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 for most of these flagship devices that are 5G enabled. So considering all of this, should Verizon be worried? I think obviously the answer is yes. There's too many customers that are not upgrading. That's something that Verizon has been seeing as a downward trend. But I think Verizon and AT&T are going to hedge their bets on the fact that 5G is on its way, and they're thinking that it's going to be the saving grace, allow them to generate a lot of revenue and service, and also on the 5G devices that customers are going to want to upgrade to get the service. Go ahead and in the comment section, you guys give me your thoughts and opinions on these topics. Let me know if you think Verizon should be worried. I mean, that is a huge decrease quarter after quarter after quarter, year after year. People not upgrading their devices through the carrier when, of course, in the past, they always did. And the numbers are decreasing, and that seems to be the trend. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And also let me know what you guys think about Verizon and AT&T obviously going all in on 5G, and will it be their saving grace? I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this episode from the Steve Mobile Tech YouTube channel. Go ahead and rate the video for me. And also, if you haven't done so already, you've been lurking, go ahead and subscribe. Ding the bell to be notified. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified of that. And of course, no SMT video can go without a special shout out over to the Discord community and the patrons over on the Patreon side. Thank you guys so much for your continued support there. I've got links in the description box below where you can find access to the Patreon page as well as the Discord chat. If you're interested, go ahead and check those out. That pretty much wraps it up. So thank you all again for taking the time to watch the video. This is Steve from Steve Mobile Tech, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.